Hello friends, today we are going to solve some GATE previous year's questions from the chapter Computer Integrated Manufacturing System or CIMS. So this is a GATE question from the year 2014. So first of all we are going to read the question. What's the question saying? For machining a rectangular island represented by coordinates P, Q, R and S on a casting using CNC milling machine. So first of all I will plot the coordinates on an XY axis. So let's say this is X axis, this is Y axis, this is point 100 and this is point 50. So see, this is point P, origin 0 0, Q is 100 comma 0, so this is basically Q. R is 100 comma 50, so this is R and this is S. They are saying an end mill with a diameter of 16 mm. Basically the process they are saying is of end milling. So how the cutter moves on end milling? Basically the cutter is moving from this. So this is the motion. Cutter is moving from either from this way, this way, this way, or this way, this way, or this way, either of the way. And what's the diameter of cutter? It's 16 mm. So the phi is 16 mm. The trajectory of the cutter center to machine the island. So what is they are asking is that the position of the cutter center to machine the island PQRS. So see, this is origin 0 0. So what this coordinate will be? It would be -8 comma -8. So what would be the Q? Q would be 108 comma -8. R would be 108 comma 58, and similarly S would be -8 comma 58, because this is 58, so 58. So now if you look at the options, option A is -8 comma 8, 108 comma -8, 108 58, -8 58, and again -8 8. So the right answer is option A. Option A is the right answer. Now we will move to the next question. So this is a GATE question from the year 2015. So what they are asking this question: the function of interpolator in a CNC machine. See, the function of interpolator in a CNC machine is to coordinate feed rate of axis. So if you look at the options, option A is control spindle speed, no. Coordinate feed rate of axis, so yes, this is the correct answer. The interpolator provides this function only in a CNC machine. Option B is the right answer. Now we will move to the next question. So the next question is from the GATE year 2015. So what they are asking the question: a triangular facet in a CAD model has vertices P1, P2, P3. It's a triangular facet. So let's say first of all I will try to locate the point P1. P1 is this point, let's say. P2 is this, P1 is 0 0 0, P2 is 1 1 0, and P3 is 1 1 and 1. So let's say this is P1, P2 and P3. It forms a triangle. The area of the facet, so they are basically asking this area. So how do we calculate the area of a triangle? It's denoted as basically 1/2 AB cross of AC. It's a general relation of finding the area of any triangle in terms of basically vector calculation, vector method. So here we don't have AB and AC, we have basically P1, P2 and P3, P1, P3. So we will replace AB and AC as P1, P2 cross of P1, P3. So what is P1, P2 vector? P1, P2 vector can be written as 1 minus 0 I cap plus 1 minus 0 j cap plus 0 minus 0 k cap, which is I cap plus j cap. Similarly, P1, P3 vector can be written as 1 minus 0 I cap plus 1 minus 0 j cap plus 1 minus 0 k cap, which can be written as I cap plus j cap plus k cap. This can also be written as, if you simplify this, is I cap, j cap, k cap, and the coordinates, let's say, of P1, P2 and P1, P3. So it will become 1/2 I cap, j cap, k cap mod. This will be mod. this is 1 1 0, this is 1 1 and 1. If you solve it, it will become 1 by 2 mod of I minus of j, and the modulus of I minus of j is root 2 divided by 2. You will be getting it as 0.707. So the right answer is option B, 0.707. Now we will move to the next question. So this is a gate question from the year 2015. So first of all, what is the question saying? A drill is positioned at point P. So the drill is positioned at point P and it has to proceed to point Q. So it has to proceed to this point. The coordinates of Q in the incremental system of defining position of a point in CNC part program. See, they have mentioned they are asking the coordinates of point Q, but in incremental system. So let's say if the question was in absolute system, so the coordinate of Q in absolute system will be, I writing it as absolute Q is equals to 3 plus 4 is 7 and is 12, 7 comma 12. And what would be the absolute coordinate value of P with respect to the origin? It would be 3 comma 5. Now what the question is saying, the coordinates of P point Q in the incremental system. So since they are saying that in the incremental system, so they have defined the new reference point as point P, because see, they have mentioned that drill is positioned at point P and it has to proceed to point Q. So when we are talking about incremental Q coordinate, it would be basically this will become origin, and for this to become origin, we have to subtract 3 minus 3 and 5 minus 5, which is 0 minus of 0. Similarly, for incremental Q, same has to be done. 7 has to be deducted from 7, 3 has to be deducted, and from 12, 5 has to be deducted. So the new incremental Q coordinate would be 4 comma 7. So the right answer is option D. Option D is the right answer. Now we will move to the next question. So the next question is from gate year 2015. So now the question is saying, in a CNC milling operation, the tool has to machine the circular arc from coordinate they have given 20 20 to 10 comma 10 at sequence number 5. So the operation sequence number is 5 of the CNC part program. If the center of arc is 20 comma 10, so they have given the center of arc also. So first of all, I will try to plot the coordinates. So this is x coordinate, this is y coordinate. Let's say this is 10, this is 20, similarly this is 10 and this is 20. So I am just trying to plot it. This is 20 comma 20. Let's say this is A. Now to 10 comma 10, so this is 10 comma 10. Let's say this is B, and they are saying the center of the arc is at 20 comma 10, so this is C. So this is 20 comma 10 and this is 10 comma 10. So the motion is from A to B. This is the motion. So this is a counterclockwise motion. I have written it as CC motion, counterclockwise motion. Now what the question is, and the machine has, from this up to this point I have made the data in this figure. Now what they are saying in the question, and the machine has incremental mode of defining position coordinates. See, they have again mentioned incremental mode. So now what they are saying, the correct tool path command is, they are asking about the command. So see, G90, if we go to G codes, G90 and G91, G90 is basically defining absolute coordinates and G91 is defining incremental coordinates. So now we will just look at the options. Option A has got G90. So as we are not talking about absolute, we are talking about incremental. So option A and option C will get eliminated. Now they are asking incremental means G91 and G91 is there. Now see, from the figure you can see that we are moving in a counterclockwise direction. So similarly, G code for counterclockwise direction is G03 and G02 is for clockwise direction, clockwise. So now again we will look at the options. Option D is having G02, which means clockwise. So option D will also get eliminated and the correct answer is option B. The right answer is option B. See, if you further go, they have given the coordinates as x minus 10, y minus 10. Why so? Because if you look at point A and with respect to point A, the coordinates of point B will be minus 10 comma minus 10 with respect to incremental coordinate system. So x minus 10 and y minus 10 is justified, and the radius, if you see from this is the radius, which is also 10 from this point, so radius is also 10, so this is also justified. So option B is the right answer. You can either solve it by elimination method like I have solved it, or you can solve it by solving this question by reading, by for trying to make the command. Either way, I have explained you both the ways how you can write, how the command is being written here, and how you can solve it by elimination also. Now moving to the next question. So see, this is a GATE question from the year 2016. The question is saying the figure below represents a triangle PQR. So this is a PQR triangle with initial coordinates of the vertices as P is 1, 3, Q as 4, 5, and R as 5, 3.5. The triangle is rotated in the XY plane. So this, they are rotating the triangle either this side or this side in the XY plane about vertex P. So this is the vertex by angle theta in clockwise direction. So they are saying that it is rotation in clockwise clockwise direction. If sine theta, so they have given the value of sine theta as 0.6, cos theta as 0.8, the new coordinates of the vertex. So they are saying that what will be the value of new q. So see what common mistakes a student do while solving. They just simply write the equation of transformation of, so rotation of coordinate axis, and the equation is basically like this into x dash y dash, and sorry, this is x dash y dash, and this is x and y. This is x and y. So see what they do, they just put the value of q like x as 4 and y as 5, and they will get something of the value of x dash and y dash, and they will look at the options and they will find that neither of the options is matching. And sometimes if GATE people are very smart, they might give a similar options like of x dash and y dash, but friends, that would be an incorrect option. Why so? Because when you put the values of x as 4 and y as 5 in this equation, you are considering that point q is being rotated with respect to origin. This is the theta. But in the question they are asking that what about the vertex P. So they are asking about this vertex. So this is again a question of incremental coordinates with respect to P, how the value of q is changing. So first of all, you have to find the value of q with respect to P, incremental coordinate. It is very simple. It would be 4 minus of 1 comma 5 minus of 3, which will be getting it as 3 comma 2. Now you put this value here, it would be x dash y dash. Cos theta you are getting it as 0.8, sin theta as 0.6, minus of 0.6 and 0.8 into 3 comma 2. If you will solve, you will get 3 into 0.8 is 2.4, and 6.6 into 2 is 1.2, and it would be coming as 3.6. and similarly minus of 0.6 into 3 is 1.8, and point of 8 into 2 is 1.6, minus 1.2 you will be getting, minus 0.2 you will be getting. This is with respect to point P. It is with respect to point P. So absolute Q will now become 3.6 plus of absolute P, which is 1, and minus of 0.2 plus of 0.3, which is 4.6 comma 2.8. So see friends, this is the right answer, option A. This is how you will solve this question. See, there is another very tricky method of solving this particular question. I am saying this particular question. Other question you might find options a bit confusing, but in this question if you look, see, if we rotate coordinate q with respect to P in clockwise direction, very simply you can conclude that the coordinate value, that the x value of point q will increase, new x dash will increase, and the y value of coordinate P will coordinate Q will decrease. So see, if you look at the options, the initial Q was 4, x value was 4 and y value was 5. So this is 4.6 and this is 2.8. See, the x value has increased and the y value has decreased. So this is might be a possibility. Let us say we will look at all the options. See, x value is decreased, so this is not the right answer. See again here, x value is increased, but y value has also increased. This is again not the right answer. In this, x value is also increasing and y value is also increasing, so this is again not the right answer. So see, we can also conclude directly that option A is the right answer just from logical thinking. But I would again say that this is just for this question only. This method might not apply to all the questions. Other questions might have got options which are very confusing in nature. So I would suggest that do solve using this method only. You will always get the right answer. Now moving to the next question. So this is a GATE question from the year 2016. It's basically it's about part programming codes. This is G codes, and they have written about functions. What functions are being performed through these G codes. So see, G01 is basically for point to point interpolation. So this is P is for 4. It's linear interpolation. Similarly, G03, in the previous question only I have told you that G03 is for anti-clockwise interpolation. So if you look at the option, it's 3, anti-clockwise, counterclockwise interpolation. R R is basically M03. What's the difference between G and M? G is for tools and M is for machines. These are in codes for G codes are for cutting tools and M are for machine tools. So now M03. So what is M03? If you look at the option, there are only two remaining: spindle stop and spindle rotation. Basically M03 is for spindle rotation, R is 2 and S is 1. M05 is for spindle stop. So if you look at the options, are P4, Q3, R2, S1, option C is the right answer. So you are getting option C is the right answer. You can also solve it by elimination method. Previously also I explained. In this question I will also explain it. M05, suppose I am doing M05. M05 stands for spindle stop. So S is 1. So let's say S is 1 and S is 1, so this will gets eliminated. Now let's say I'm again knowing about M codes only. I have forgotten G codes. So M03. So what is M03? M03 is spindle rotation clockwise. So M is 2. So R is 2. So if you look at the options again, so this will again gets eliminated. So this might be the possibility and this might be the possibility. If you are knowing any one of them, G01 or G02, G03, the question will automatically get solved. So see, G01 is linear interpolation, so this will also again gets eliminated and this is the right answer. Now moving to the next question. So see, this is a GATE question from the year 2016. They are saying a point P is translated by 2i cap plus 3j cap minus 4k cap and then rotated counterclockwise by 90 degree. By 90 degrees z axis, the new position of the point is. So let's say first of all I will say that point P is 1, 3, minus 5. And it is now being translation by 2i cap plus 3j cap minus 4k cap. So P dash will be, I will say, 1 plus 2i cap plus of 3 plus 3j cap plus of minus 4 k cap. It will be 3i cap plus 6j cap minus 9k cap. Now what they are saying, that they are saying that it is rotated counterclockwise by 90 degrees. So let's say this is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and it is rotated counterclockwise through z-axis. So see friends, when we are rotating it by 90 degree through by around z-axis, the z coordinate will never change. It's very simple, because we are fixing basically the z coordinates and we are only trying to change the xy coordinate. So now if we are rotating it around by z coordinate, the z coordinate value, z axis, the z coordinate value will not change. So if you look at the option, this is not the correct answer. D is eliminated simply by this data only. Now they are saying the new position of the point is, let's say this is 6, this is 3, and this is 6, 3 comma 6. See friends, if you are rotating it around z axis and the new coordinate, that is, this is p double dash, if you rotate any coordinate by 90 degree through third coordinate axis, the only thing will happen that these values get interchanged, which means 3, that which means y's value will be new y dash, let's say new y dash will be the original x and new x dash will be the original y with appropriate signs. Which means that if appropriate, while saying appropriate signs, I am trying to say that in which quadrant the point is falling. So in this case I am saying that it is falling from first quadrant, it will go to second quadrant. So now new x dash will be old y is 6, so it will be 6. But if you see, it is lying in the second quadrant where x is minus, negative, so x dash will be minus and y dash will be old x, so old x is 3 and y dash is still positive because in second quadrant y is positive, so y dash is plus 3. So the correct coordinate, new coordinate will be minus 6 comma 3 comma minus 9. So these two will also get eliminated and the right answer is option A. So the option A is the right answer. Now moving to the next question. So this is again a question from 2017 CNC part programming coding question. So what the question is saying, circular arc on a part profile is being machined on a vertical CNC machine, milling machine. CNC part programming is they have given and they have given the codes. So I will try to draw the figure by using this codes, and then they have asked the coordinates of the center of the circular arc. So see, they have given, this is, let's say, x, this is y. So let's say x coordinate, this is 30, this is 50, y coordinate, so this is 35, and this is, let's say, 55. So they are saying G01 is x30, so this is G01, this is linear interpolation code, the position is there. And now G02, basically G02, if you remember, G03 was circular counterclockwise, G02 is circular clockwise, so a motion is, circular motion is there. It is clearly known by the code G02 that there is a circular interpolation going on in clockwise direction. So the new coordinate is x50, y35. So this is x50. I have drawn the diagram incorrectly. See, they are saying that x is 30 and y is 55. So they are speaking. So it's this point, and from there a clockwise circular interpolation is going on. Let's say this is 50, not this one, this is 50, and clockwise circular interpolation is going on. So what they have asking, the coordinates of the center of the circular arc. So this would be the coordinate of the center. So if you look at the figure only, you will be getting the answer, it is 30 comma 35. So the answer is 30 comma 35. Other way also you can just do mathematics and try to get the coordinate, it will be again coming this only 30 comma 35. So the right answer is 30 comma 35, option D. Now moving to the next question. So this is again question from gate year 2018, and see, they have repeated the question. Same question was asked previously in 2014. Interpolator in a CNC machine, and they haven't changed the options also. So if you remember the gate 2014 question, interpolator in a CNC machine controls the axis movement, feed axis movement. So the correct answer is option B. Option B is the right answer.